Hey folks, how y'all doing? Welcome back, an old man in the land of grills. And folks, you're saying, Tom, the Masterbuilt. It's been such a long time. So I got an idea for another mod, and the idea actually came from the char griller, gravity charcoal grill. And you're saying, well, hang on, what? One of the things I noticed on that grill right there is that it has a separate diffuser plate on top of the heat manifold to even out the temperatures in the grill. And I was thinking, how can I do that? So, one day I was walking through a hardware store, not even in, I live in Wisconsin, it was in Iowa, and I saw this. So it's a stainless steel universal heat plate. It's for a gas grill. It's made a company called Grill Pro. And I said, oh man, and it was 25 bucks. And I said, for 25 bucks, I'll take a gamble. So there it is, installed. Had to do a little mod to make it work, but I'm gonna show you how. And then you know what, at the end of the video, we're gonna fire up the Masterbuilt. We're gonna try out the new charcoal grate. Did you know there's a new charcoal grate for the 560? Yeah, there is. And we're gonna try that out. And we're gonna do a biscuit test to see how this, or if this, evens out the temp. So keep on out, keep on watching, should be a good one. All right, folks, so here's what we're using to do our deflector plate, our diffuser, heat diffuser, smoke diffuser. This is from a company called Grill Pro. And it is stainless steel, it's a universal heat plate, and it is expandable. And I really like that. It's got the slots in it, stainless steel, and it'll help it'll help to even out the heat on the Masterbuilt 560. Let's take a look at it online. All right, there we are at grillpro.com. Now, they don't necessarily sell these, but what they do is I was just at a hardware store in northern Iowa, and this is where I found it. So you got to find a retailer thing there, and then you search, and apparently it'll tell you where you can find these parts at. But it says, oops, the page can't be found. So, I guess try your local hardware store or email this grillpro.com and ask them where you can pick this up. All right, the inside of the 560, and here's our stainless steel heat diffuser. Now, you're probably wondering, saying, how thick is it? And it's really not overly thick. So you're gonna probably wondering if it's gonna warp or not. But I really like the idea. You can see it's bigger than what we've got in there. And if we raise it up a little bit, it'll do a better job at diffusing the heat and the smoke, and hopefully helping to eliminate some of the hot spots. All right, folks, there it is. We're just starting on the mods here. So these screws come with this diffuser plate. Now, this is a piece of expanded metal that I took, drilled some holes in it, and this is gonna fit. This is gonna be our foot on the side of the Masterbuilt 560 like that. Now I've got two other screws to put in there, and it's, believe it or not, it hugs that on that side really nice. So I'm just gonna use two nuts to kind of make a shelf there and tighten them up, and this should be our diffuser plate mod complete. All right, kind of change of plans here as I'm moving along here. Is they give this extension piece, and I was thinking not only would that add a little bit more rigidity to this, but I could extend it a little bit further that way. And all I'm looking for is about an inch, so I'll have to re-drill some holes. But I'd like to move these screws over about an inch, so we go about halfway or maybe an inch and a half on that manifold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out here. I'm going to just, they've got pre-drilled holes in here, but if I go by the pre-drilled, then it's too long. So I need to re-drill some holes and get it so it's like that. So it's, like I said, so it gives me another inch, and then I can move those screws over, and that'll work a little bit nicer. So we'll do that, give you a look-see. All right, down in the shop butchering this thing together. So I opted not to use the screws, and if you have rivets, I put 8 rivets in. And like I said, we just want to get it about an inch longer. Plus this will beef this thing up just a tad bit. I know, it ain't perfect, but this is all just big experimentation right here, folks. So now we're gonna do the screws, and we might have to put a foot on there. We'll see once we get the screws on. All right, got our bolts. These are original bolts. I've double nutted the bottoms, and this is just gonna, I was thinking that I had to build a foot but boy, the friction fit is really nice. And I think that's all I'm gonna do and call that good. So at this point, there's nothing left to do but yeah, biscuit test. We're gonna fire up the Masterbuilt. I've got a couple things that I want to test today. Here, hang on, I'll show you one of the other things. So I'll leave the link down below, but yeah, Masterbuilt's got a new charcoal grate. Look at that. So listen to their customers and modified it. I'll leave the link down below to the video on it. $8 plus shipping, not a bad deal. All right, folks, just gonna show you something here. We did update this controller to version 3. It took less than 5 minutes, and you can see we're on version 3. So if you got a 560 or a 980 or a 1050, make sure you get the new version. All you gotta do is hook up the Wi-Fi, and like I said, it took me less than 5 minutes. All right, time to do a biscuit test. We got the Masterbuilt set at 325. It's 329. It's doing a great job. And the lid is a little bit warmer than that, but that is pretty normal. There's our Pillsbury Grands, and we are gonna get them going. Give you a look-see. All right, biscuits are on. Just put them on. 325, about 12 to 16 minutes. Give you a look-see. All right, 8 minutes into it. Let's take a quick look-see. Definitely cooking up. Oh, look at that. So we got a little, well, you be the judge, folks. What shocks me here is we're a little bit cooler over there, but consistently pretty dark. So we'll continue cooking these and give you a look-see. All right, coming up on 11 minutes. Take a look at our biscuits there. Yeah, they're definitely done. So we'll give you a look-see when we eat some biscuits. Well, golden brown briskets, folks, they're definitely done. Nice and, oh man, can't wait to bite into that. Some of them got a little bit darker than others. So, you know, did it work? I think it worked a little bit. Could have done it differently if that plate was a little bit bigger. I think that would have worked. But I think this will do two things. Number one, it'll help to even out a little bit. And it'll also give you something else that you can actually wrap that with tin foil or aluminum foil to make it grease clean up a little bit easier, and you don't have your grease end dropping directly on the heat manifold and possibly starting a fire. So, Tom Horseman YouTube, you tell me, was this a fail or did this work? Thumbs up, leave a comment, and as always, folks, thanks for watching.